And finally, we're here for the third T20 between the Willow World 11 and New Zealand in this champions clash. New Zealand have won the toss and have elected to bowl first. And he hits it over the top. That's a beautiful shot first up. One bounce ball for Phil Salt. On a length, and he just picks it up beautifully all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. And he hits it over the top again, just over the fielder this time, and it goes again for 4 runs. Beautiful shot for Willow. Beautiful batting. Just over the fielder, all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. And he flicks that off his legs. He flicks that to the boundary. That's a beautiful shot for Phil Salt. Wonderful flick shot, wonderful result. And it's short, and he cuts it through the gap. He cuts it for 4 runs again. This is wonderful for the Willow World 11. He just gets back and cuts it through the gap. That's a wonderful shot for Phil Salt. And he hits it over the top again, or again clears the fielder. Beautiful shot for 4 runs. Steps to it, gets under it, and clears the fielder. And that's a wonderful shot. That looks like it's going all the way. That's 6 runs for Willow World 11. Beautiful shot from Butler to hit it all the way for 6 runs. Beautiful. And that's driven through the gap. That's teasing the fielders, but that looks like it will go all the way for 4 runs. Bowls it on a length, and he just drives it beautifully. Wonderful shot. And he flicks that. He flicks that through the gap. He flicks that for 4 runs. Wonderful batting for Willow World 11. Beautiful shot. Flicked through the gap for 4 runs. And that's driven. That's driven through the gap again. Wonderful result for Josh Butler. Beautiful 4. A bit too full, and he drives it beautifully. Wonderful result. Oh, that's a wonderful slog. That's a wonderful 6 runs. That brings up the 50 partnership for Butler and Salt. And he hits that over the top again. He hits that for 6 runs. Beautiful shot. This is wonderful batting from the Willow World 11. Butler and Salt are hitting the bowlers. And again, this time it doesn't clear the ropes, but it's a 1 bounce 4. Beautiful shot for Josh Butler. And he smacks it. Beautiful shot. And again, this time he clears the ropes. This time it's 6 runs. Beautiful for Phil Salt. Steps to the ball and gets under it beautifully to hit it over the ropes for 6 runs. Doesn't get under it this time, but he finds the gap, finds the ropes. That's 4 runs. Phil Salt is hitting the bowlers all around the park. These batsmen are loving it out there. And he slogs that one again. He slogs that one for 6 runs. Wonderful slog sweep for Josh Butler. Wonderful results. And that brings up his 50. Beautiful. And he flicks it off his legs. Beautiful shot. 4 runs. Just gets around the ball and manages to flick it off his legs. Wonderful shot. And that's driven. And he misfields it. That's going to get another one. Nope, they'd stick for the one. That will bring up the 100 partnership for the Polly Willow World 11. And he clears the front leg. He slogs that one, but it's a 1 bounce 4. Beautiful shot for full salt. Clears the front leg, and he gets under it, smacks it beautifully. Wonderful shot. And again, same shot, same result. Beautiful full salt. That's the 50 up for full salt. Wonderful batting. Same shot as before. He clears the front leg and he smacks it. 1 bounce 4. Beautiful shot. And he hits that down the ground. Does he clear the ropes? No, he does not. That's taken on the boundary. That's the first wicket up for New Zealand. Doesn't hit it hard enough, and he hits it straight into the hands of the fielder. That's a wonderful catch on the boundary. New Zealand are loving that one. That's a big wicket up for them. Josh Butler goes for 53 or 34 balls. It was a wonderful innings, and now he has to go. That brings Shimron Hetmeyer into the crease. And he drives that. He drives that beautifully for 4 runs. He bowls it in the slot and is driven through the gap wonderfully. Beautiful. Beautiful shot. That clears the infield and that runs away to the boundary for 4 runs. He just smacks it over the top and it goes all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. And he flicks that. He flicks that into the gap. That's a 1 bounce 4. Beautiful shot for Shimron Hetmeyer. A bit too straight from Satna, and Hetmeyer smacks it. That's a wonderful shot, a wonderful result with the 1 bounce 4. And he gets under that one. He clears the rope easily. Beautiful shot for Hetmeyer. Ravinder bowls it too wide, too full, and Hetmeyer smacks it. That's a wonderful shot. And again, Hetmeyer clears the rope easily. 6 runs. Too full from Satna, and he smacks it, Hetmeyer. Beautiful shot. And he gets the edge, but that will trickle down to the ropes for Hetmeyer. Wonderful result, but a lucky shot for Hetmeyer. He bowls it full, he gets the edge, but a lucky result for the batsman. And a Yorker, but he flicks it off the legs. Beautiful shot, beautiful result. He tries to bowl Yorker, ends up with the full toss, and the batsman flicks it off his leg with a wonderful 4. Again, same result, same shot.
And with those runs, and that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's a wonderful 50 partnership for Full Salt and Shimron Hetmeyer. Beautiful batting for Polly Willow World 11. They are really setting a wonderful score. What a wonderful catch. He flicks it off his legs but gets the edge and the keeper takes it down the leg beautifully. Beautiful catch. To get in that position and take that catch is not easy, and he makes it look so beautiful. And that's a big wicket for New Zealand. The big wicket of Full Salt. Much needed for Glenn Phillips, much needed for New Zealand. And Salt goes for 67 or 42 balls. What a wonderful innings it was. And that brings in Sanju Samson to the crease. And he smacks it. Hetmeyer smacks a beautiful shot. 6 runs for the Polly Willow World 11. Smacks it and clears the rope easily. Beautiful shot. And again, this time it looks close. What a wonderful catch for New Zealand. That is a much needed wicket with a wonderful catch on the boundary. Glenn Phillips has got 2 now. Beautiful. Another big wicket for New Zealand. Hetmeyer gone just before his 50 with a wonderful catch on the boundary. Big wicket. Hetmeyer goes for 47 of 24 balls and was taken beautifully. That brings in Mitch Marsh. And he flicks it off his legs. He flicks it into the gap. Another 4 runs for the World 11. And he clears the front leg. He finds the big shot. That goes all the way to 6 runs. Beautiful shot. Wonderful result with a massive 6. And again, this time is close again, but it goes over the boundary. 6 runs for the batsman. He bowls it into the slot and he smacks it for 6 runs. Beautiful shot. Oh, that's cleared again. 6 runs again. Beautiful shot. Samson is really handing it to the bowlers at the end. And again, another one. Wonderful end of the innings here for Polly Willow World 11. Thanks to Sanju Samson. Hits it beautifully all the way for 6 runs. And the Polly Willow World 11 end on 213 for 3 with their top performing batsman being Salt with 67 of 42 balls. And the top performing bowler for New Zealand is Glenn Phillips with 2 for 39 of 3 overs. And he flicks that. He flicks that over the top. That's a 1 bounce 4. Beautiful shot for New Zealand. He bowls it on the length, but the batsman gets around it and flicks it beautifully for 4 runs. And he hits that. That goes through the gap. That's 4 runs for New Zealand. It's kind of bowled into the slot and he hits it beautifully through the gap for 4 runs. And again through the gap. Again it's going to the boundary for 4 runs. Another one in the slot, maybe a little bit fuller, and he hits it through the gap, 4 runs. And he hits it over the top. Will that go all the way? Yes, it does. That's 6 runs for New Zealand. Beautiful shot to hit it over the top and go all the way for 6 runs. Again, does this go all the way? Yes, it does. It's a much better ball from Singh, but the batsman still deals with it beautifully. 6 runs. Again slogged. Again that goes for 4 runs. Beautiful shot. That's the 3rd one of the over. It goes for 4. Beautiful shot for Finn Allen. And again, another 4 runs. Beautiful. The bowlers are bowling it into a slot and he just pummels it every time. 4 runs, 6 runs, doesn't matter. and he hits it down the ground. That's a 1 bounce ball. Beautiful shot. Nobody there to take the catch, but he'll take the boundary. Beautiful. And he slogs that. Will that go to the gap? Yes, it does. That's 4 runs. He gets down low and he pummels the ball. Finds the gap and it goes for 4 runs. And he ramps that one. That's a wonderful shot to find the gap and to find 4 runs. That's the 50 partnership for Seifert and Allen. Another wonderful shot. Beautiful. That goes for 4 runs. It's bowled on a length, but he deals with it beautifully to find 4 runs. And he flicks it.
Into the 5th over, New Zealand are now 64 for none.
And that's a wonderful flick. Wonderful shot for 4 runs. And he hits it over the top, but that looks like it's going straight into the hands of the fielder. What a wonderful catch that is. Beautiful wicket for the Willow World 11. Rashid bowls it into the slot, but it's a googly, so he doesn't get a hold of it, and the fielder takes a wonderful catch. And he gets the edge. That goes to the boundary. 4 runs. Lucky shot. He bowls it full. Lucky to get the edge. That goes to the boundary for 4 runs. And he drives that through the gap. He drives that for 4 runs. Wonderful shot for New Zealand. That brings up Tim Seifert's 50. And again, replica of that shot. Another result of 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Into the slot and driven through the gap. 4 runs. Oh, that deceived them heavily. That's a beautiful wicket for the Willow World 11. Beautiful for Mabon. And he hits it over the top. That finds the gap. That's 4 runs. He steps to it and he hits it over the top. He finds the gap and it goes for 4 runs. A beautiful shot to find the gap again. Beautiful 4 runs.
The score is now 103 for 2.
He bowls it wide and he smacks it over the top. That goes all the way to the boundary. That's 4 runs. Oh, that's a wonderful reverse sweep. That's 6 runs. Beautiful shot. Gets down low, switches his hands around, and he reverses it beautifully to the boundary. And again, it's a replica of the shot before, with the exact same result of a wonderful 6 runs. Gets down low and switches it around beautifully for 6 runs. This time it's from Latham. This time it gets the same result, 6 runs for Latham. Again getting down low, reversing it all the way for 6 runs. And he slogs it over the top. That finds the gap again. That goes for 4 runs. Into the batsman's slot, and he pummels it to the boundary for 4 runs. And he hits it down the ground. Does it clear the ropes? Yes, it does. An attempted catch there, but he doesn't do it. 6 runs. And he flicks it over the top. He flicks that for 4 runs. Wonderful shot from Tom Latham. Gets around the ball and flicks it beautifully for 4 runs. And he drives that through the gap. He drives that for 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Two full from Mitch Marsh, and it's dealt with beautifully. 4 runs. And he hits that over the top. He hits that for 6 runs. Beautiful shot from New Zealand. That's gone for 6 runs. And he hits it over the top again. The fielder's coming around, and he's taken a wonderful catch on the boundary. That's a big wicket for the Willow World 11. Wonderful catch on the boundary. That's huge. And he drives it through the gap. That goes to the boundary. That's 4 runs. Wonderful shot for Ravindra. Beautiful result. Gets forward and drives it through the gap. 4 runs. That's a full toss, and he's hit it over the top. He's hit it for 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Brummer, you need to find your length there. Way too full, and he's pummeled it. And he hits that down the ground. Surely that's going all the way. Yes, it is. 6 runs for New Zealand. Beautiful shot for Ravindra. Beautiful result of a wonderful 6. And that's cut through the gap. That's going to go to the boundary. That's a wonderful 4. Beautiful. A bit too short from Carter, and it's dealt with beautifully. And he drives that. That goes through the gap. That goes for 4 runs. Beautiful for New Zealand. Driven through the gap with a wonderful result of 4 runs. And again, this time he hits it down to the man on the boundary. That's 1 run.
End of the over. New Zealand are now.
And rain has unfortunately stopped play. New Zealand have ended on 193 for 3 after 18 overs, with their top performing batsman being Tim Seifert with 99 runs or 56 balls. The top performing bowler for the World 11 is Malik Mabon with 2 wickets for 52 runs of his 4 overs. And the rain has cut play short here once again today, but we have got enough overs in to constitute a match. New Zealand have won by 8 runs. We thank you for joining us today on Willow. We'll see you for the next series. This is Jared Goddard. Goodbye.